Welcome to another video. My name is Daniel and I'm walking El Camino de Santiago this year. The reason for I'm doing this video is because I have possible 3 partners, at least one, that is going to come with me from the start, and it might be some people also joining, so maybe I can give you some ideas. This is the kit, however. First, si tú hablas español y no entiendes nada, en este vídeo hay un botón que pone CC, púlsalo para que te ponga los subtítulos porque lo voy a hablar en inglés. So now that we understand each other, this is the kit, the gear that I have been using or preparing for a long time. In order to gain this stuff, you're probably gonna need some time to get, but I think what you have at home could work. I think it's impossible that you get to know your gear. My experience from long hiking has some years. I have some years behind me. So I have done through hikes, I have done military marches, I have done a lot of long distance hikes with different kind of gear. So this is basically what works for me, doesn't mean that will work for you as well. So keep that in mind though. Usually there's a rule that says that you have to have like 10% of your gear of your body weight on your back, and that's true. I think I'm carrying more because I am carrying a lot of camera gear as well that you're probably not interested in, so I think my overall weight is about 10 kilos, and that's more than enough actually. But I think it will be great for me. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what I will be bringing and how I'm thinking. And surely you can do El Camino with just this kind of a backpack, probably. If it will be comfortable for you or not, I cannot tell you that. And you can also probably bring more weight than 10 kilos, but I think the weight, the less you have, the more comfortable your trip's gonna be. Well, let's start with my backpack. This is my Nashville Cutaway version 2021 version. It's a custom backpack, and you can see it on the colors there. It's blaze orange, same as my watch, and black. That's a color that I wanted to have on this backpack. And it's basically an ultralight backpack. It doesn't weigh more than 300 grams. But right now, as it is, it weighs like 700 grams. So it's pretty light anyway, even though I have an umbrella. That is going to be used for both rain and sun. And there is a tripod for one of my cameras, my 360 cameras, to just give an angle. That's not like a thing probably you don't need to think about if you are not into filmography or videography like I do. The backpack is in Dyneema. It's waterproof, and that's important for me because in my experience I have pretty bad experience with the rain on backpacks, and it gets pretty heavy. So that's not going to be an issue here. It's just going to fall off all the rain. One of the selling points for the Nashville Cutaway pack was this running vest style, and this is cool because it's super comfortable and you can adjust this different ways on the top, on the mid, and you have several pockets there that you can use. Down here you have an extra pocket to put snacks and stuff. And what I have here is a very thin yoga stretching mat. One of my trainings for El Camino de Santiago is actually do a lot of breathing exercising and stretches just to get to know my body, inner core even more, and it has done wonders for me recently. I recently talked about earthing and zero drop shoes, and breathing techniques is kind of part of my training for El Camino de Santiago. Right now it's winter outside Norway, so I cannot hike too much with this gear. So I need to wait a bit for the snow and ice to melt, so I can go walk more with more weight on me and get to know how to wear with all this gear as well outdoors. So I do a lot of stretching, and this is good for after a long day hike. Just lay down, take a siesta, relax, be in the moment. Do some stretches and try to enjoy the moment that you are walking. To reach the goal of Santiago is not a goal for me, even though it will be fun when we eventually get there, but what happens on the way is important, and I think I have at least the right mindset to do that on this trip. One other features here, you have some mesh on the front, on the side, a stretchy mesh to put my water bottle. My shell was given to me, and I have painted a theme that I want to base my El Camino as well. I'm not going to talk about that now, but it's actually a home painted shell. Pretty happy. It's not pretty lightweight though, but it's kind of the point of El Camino. I also modified this backpack to put like velcros on it, so I'm pretty happy with it. This is my fanny pack. It's gonna be on my wrist, and I can actually put the fanny pack in there. So when I take my backpack, I actually take my fanny pack as well. So this is the backpack, and I have antibacterial there for quick stops. This is also custom made. This is actually from HillTop packs with my logo, well, my old logo. It says Well and Survival. This actually says Daniel Outdoors now, but it's my logo, and it's been a fanny pack that I've been using quite a lot. It's waterproof, it can expand, it's cool, has a lot of space here, it's super lightweight. I keep my drone in there and a moisture bag. The drone, I have certification, I have insurance for this. I have 2 apps that I can see if I'm allowed to fly or not. To fly is the Mavic Pro 3, so I normally keep it there with my other reserve camera that is filming there. I keep it in there, and also I keep my credentials and passwords, you see, and my guide's going to go there. This is a credential, like the password that you need to get all the stamps. It's in paper, so you have some kind of a thing. I will leave the link in the description where I got this case. So I normally put that there. I have my Camino guide here with some maps and my route. GPS routes are taken from here to my GPS watch that's going to be tracking the whole route, and I have that also on my Alltrails link down below on this video if you want to use that yourself as well. My passport and flight tickets and everything, and maybe some snacks is going to be carried in this little fanny pack. So I'm using all this for storage right now, because I sometimes use some of the stuff on other trips, and we're gonna need to check this on the plane. And the most reason for that is because when you reach Madrid airport is known to confiscate your walking poles. Not a common issue in the rest of the world, but Madrid is actually known to confiscate your walking poles. That's why we are checking the bag inside this buffle bag, what you see here. Apart from all my camera gear and stuff, that's gonna be on another bag that is gonna show you soon. Right, so I'm only bringing one walking pole. Have the other one here. This one is the one that got broke on the across Norway. One of the reasons for that is because you save 200 grams. My shoes are super wide as well, so I only need one. So I'm not scared of risking my feet like I did a couple of times on across Norway. I think one trekking pole is gonna be enough, even though there are a lot of down and up hills on the Camino route that we are going to take. Super great, has a cord grip, this is important. This one can be foldable, and you can change the tip to a rubber tip, because this metal's gonna actually make holes on this here pretty quickly. And if you don't want to hear the tick tock when you're walking, you should. I'm glad that you can actually change, but I'm gonna wait with that till we leave. So that's my trekking pole. I'm gonna be carrying 2 water bottles, and one of them is this Cutaway B3. This is a filter. I have been having this for years and it's been great. It's lightweight. I wanted to bring the Grail ultralight, but it's too heavy. This can also filter out videos. I'm not using that. But I'm going to bring this because there might be some river crossings where the water is still and I'm running low on water, so I'm going to use this to just scoop it up and drink it straight. Or I'm going to use this bottle here to put the water inside there, and there comes one of my sponsors, that is the LMNT Electrolyte company. I actually reached out to them, and one of the reasons for that is because on my 3rd Nijmegen, it was super hot in the Netherlands, and the Nijmegen is a long distance hike, 140 kilometers with 10 kilos pack, and you go on full military uniform and backpack. And I got dizzy, super dizzy, almost at the rest area, even though I was drinking water quite a lot. But it was so hot that I was sweating a lot, and I immediately became dehydrated. So a fellow soldier came to me and gave me an electrolyte, not this kind but similar, and immediately clears me up and gave me motivation and energy. I wasn't feeling dizzy anymore. So electrolytes, that's where I learned about this. Since we go into Spain, we are going to bring the LMNT with different taste. This is a mix between sodium, potassium and magnesium to help you recover as well as keep you hydrated and gives you energy for long distance hikes. So I'm super glad that they sent up some samples. I would surely recommend to have some kind of electrolyte. So I haven't tasted this yet, but they're pretty popular out there, so I'm happy to bring them. So that's my water source. Alright, one of the most important talk and piece of equipment you should use time on are shoes. And there is a common rule that say, go to the foot store and try the shoe that works for you the most. And that's true. However, there are a couple of things you need to think about. You need to have a size bigger than your normal shoe, and you need to think about the type of physical exercise that you're going to stretch your body to. And this case is a long distance hike. It's not running or cycling or something that you are normally comfortable with. You need a shoe that is meant for long distance hikes. So go to the foot store and get a shoe size bigger and a shoe that you feel is good for you, that you think you can hike many kilometers or miles with. So I choose the Ultra because 3 years ago I was having a super bad pain in the back, problem with my knees and ankles, and one of the reasons I had that I was walking with these kind of shoes in real life. These are Nikes, look super cool with my fancy colors and everything, but they are super tight. This cushion here is super hard. It is hard shoe and it's just a terrible shoe to walk with. And that I found that too with other hiking shoes, like the Top Adventure 2 didn't work for me. I haven't tried the Hokas though. I'm not sure how about, but I have too much cushion in my opinion. I tried the Salomon ones and I went to finally the Ultra Long Peaks. And it has a zero drop, even doesn't look like this, it's actually zero drop. It's the same principle that the Xero sandals here is zero drop. So your foot naturally, as you are walking barefoot, goes like that. And the thing is, you need to transition that. So I did transition for some months. And eventually I get some pain walking with it. But then again, I feel that the pain went through, the fears went through, and then I get to gather some stability, some strength, and suddenly my knees and back and nothing was hurting at all, and I can walk way longer with these kind of shoes without getting any sort of a problem. So the transition is important, but you also need to think about using zero drop apart from hiking, because I see many people that don't do that. And another big thing is that your feet when you are born, basically you feel flexible with your shoes. You feel flexible. You feel your toe spreads quite a lot. You have your foot to feel like you are born. But the thing is, if you walk with too tight shoes and too elevated all your life, what happens is when you are 70 years old and you take off this kind of a shoe, then you're going back to the barefoot natural feeling, and then you're not gonna get any balance at all. You're not gonna get any strength on your ankles because you're too used to have an inclined shoes. And that's where people fell down. That's why older people also got problems with the knees and everything hurts, and you have no stronger back or knees or stuff anymore. But if you walk barefoot, you're gonna be stronger on the longer run. So you just need to keep with it. The Alltrails and Xero shoes has also a wider toes. You can spread naturally your toes as well. The Ultra Olympus is a very cushion shoe, so it's not going to be super painful on asphalt, and it's super wide on the back, so you don't sweep and twist your ankle. That is a common problem when you are walking. And it dries pretty fast, even though the shoe gets wet. So I walk the Caminos, across Norway with long peaks, and I've been using them a lot. But I actually think the Olympus is better, and that's why I actually decided to wait with using them on the last minute. I put it on this box instead. I will take off the soles though, because the soles are not good. And here we will be using the sole that I've been using for plenty of years. This is the soft sole Air, and it has some pressure points, so it helps you give you energy back, and you don't get that pressure damage that I got the first Nijmegen, especially on the heel here. And what I think is important is that it keep your foot stable, and at least you can also spread your toes, and this is odor and bacteria free, as well as it has a bit more cushion, so it's a super great sole. Sometimes I will use my Zero Drop sandals. I'm affiliated to them, but I bought these sandals myself. These are the Alltrails. I might use them for showering as well. I'm not sure. I surely have the Huaraches as well. I might take both of them because they don't weigh too much though, but I really just want to stick with a couple of shoes only. Just to take a break from the trail runners and get some air, and maybe just take my shoes off and do some grounding with the earth and stretch a bit and regenerate this way. So it's pretty good sandals. I'm gonna use them a lot this summer. Alright, so those are the electrolytes. On the Albergues, I'm gonna use for sleeping. I'm gonna mostly use this here. These are pants, Terrabone Patagonia pants, super lightweight, very comfortable to wear. If it rains, I might walk with them too if it gets too windy. But this mostly is as an extra layer in the towns or albergues. I can use on my sleeping liner. This is the extreme reactor fleece that I'm going to use for sleeping on albergues. Lighter than a sleeping bag at least. And I can actually fold this and tie this under a bunk bed to rest my feet, elevate my feet a bit, and maybe just relax like that for a moment or two. Super good. That's what I'm bringing. If I get too cold, I'm gonna use the pants. One of my other sponsors that reached out to me is Randy Socks. Ramdison socks are waterproof, 3-layer breathable socks, and they are more fit than other brands out there, and they are waterproof. I have tested it in the shower, and they are lightweight, and they are super comfy and warm. So I'm pretty happy that they reached to us, because if it gets to rain a lot on my trail runners, I'm gonna put a waterproof sock underneath to just don't get that cold feet over several hours of walking. I'm gonna have a pillow, this kind of a pillow that is lightweight, kind of simulates the pillow that I use at home. I found it just very comfortable, and I can sleep very well in this pillow. Not a must have though, but I don't have like the idea of using blankets from the albergues that maybe 1,000 people has used before me. Just want to use my own pillow and my own sleeping liner instead. That's why I don't bring him down as well. Down bags and stuff can get bed bugs and could be a hassle to wash if the down gets wet, because you need a drying tumbler to fluffy the down from a sleeping bag. So I rather use that instead. Alright, so another sock types that I will be using are the Hygiene. I really like them from across Norway. They are the most fitted socks, toe socks, and this is the merino wool. Most fitted socks that I have used before, and I used Falke, I used Darntoff, I used Ulvang Super, a lot of different sport socks, but I'm sticking to Hygiene because I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I also feel you get that feel of spread toes that is common for all the Alltrails and walking barefoot anyway. So it might look weird, but this will be a good addition. And the waterproof socks is more for the evening and when it rains. So I have 2 pairs of Hygiene. This is the liners, and you have like a extra to put it on the outside, and I was walking with this on the training trip for in Jotunheim in Norway, before across Norway, and it worked great. I like sport socks, those big sport socks that has compression, because that help with the blood regulation and the muscles as well, regenerate faster when you bring. But I don't like that it's too narrow when it comes down. That's why I'm choosing a calf that is stuff on the ankle, and it can regenerate my muscles on my here. Instead, and super happy to bring this because I got tired on across Norway, and this will be helpful for those longer runs. Alright, so my outer layer is my rain jacket from Enlightened Equipment. This is the Enlightened Equipment Visp jacket. I got this after I got the orange for the across Norway. Only the jacket though. Super lightweight, super comfortable. You have pits so you can open. I will not bring rain pants with me this time because there is less chance that happens, and I think I will manage to do it only with the rain jacket anyway. So clothing. I have 3 layers of clothing. Some of these here I'm gonna bring on me. So as well, when I'm at the albergues, with the pants and stuff, I'm gonna probably use this DeWalt Arctic hoodie, and this is a new version from the black one that I have, and they added a pretty cool kangaroo style pocket. It has a hoodie as well, and it has for colder days on the trail. I can actually use this as a warming glove as well, because of the thumb hole here. So it's super warm. I have very good experience with the black one. This is just a little bit better, and I want to use the black one just in regular life because I don't have too much clothing apart from all of this hiking stuff that I have, so I will need to use some in real life as well. I only have one pair of underwear, and this is the Sax. It's pretty similar to the underwear Under Armour shorts. It just light, dries fast, it's not cotton, it's comfy. And what I will be bringing is my pretty expensive but lightweight Nike Flex something. It's a running style shorts with some inner liner here that helps you with recuperating the muscles as well, and doesn't give you the chafing inside your skrit in your precious ones. Super lightweight and super good shorts. It might not be the best thing to wear on the albergues because it might get cold and you need to wash them. So basically I'm also having a second layer, well a third layer of hiking that is going to be my Patagonia hiking pants, shorts. I have 3 layers because the longer pants and 2 shorts, because if one day I want to skip the washing my clothing, I can do that. So I can just relax at the bed instead after a shower. That's why I'm bringing 3 layers of clothing. But you can probably do with only 2, like one your hiking clothes and one reserve, and just exchange with that. But I actually have 3 of those. So what I'm going to wear hiking is my Northern Playground hoodie, and this is great. This is also pretty expensive, but it is a lifetime guarantee hoodie that is from a local producer, Northern Playground. They have lifetime guarantee on repair, and it's a mix between silk and merino wool. There is no other hiking gear that I found so comfortable and so fresh and so bit warm, not too warm, than the Northern Playground that I did on the across Norway. I could bring 2 of these though, the green one that I also own and the white one here, but they are 200 grams heavy, so I choose to only bring a 100 gram normal shirt, technical shirt from Under Armour in my favorite color. That also dries quick, and it's just a second layer. White because of the sun, basically. So it keeps me nice and cold when it's super hot outdoors. And I think it has also UV protected. And I'm going to spray all of this stuff with the permethrin spray to avoid getting bed bugs. This is my town shirt. It's super lightweight, should be iron though. Super lightweight. shirt just to have in towns. I'm probably gonna stay on hotel so I can actually dry iron it a bit better. I got a buff with the Camino Santiago. Pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna need it though, but you never know. Buff can be used in many different types, so if I get a call or something, I can sleep with this. So if it is too bright, I can just use this over me, so I get some sleep in the albergues. So good for sleeping and walking for sure. This is the little day pack that I have that I was talking about. This is where all my camera stuff is going to go with me on the plane. And the DT bag, also when I'm showering, but not when I'm in the plane. So all my electronic stuff and my important stuff is going to be on this waterproof backpack. So this is what I'm going to take inside the plane and inside the showers as well. And it's cool because my DT bag, that is pretty heavy, I could probably slanke this, also take take some stuff, right? This actually goes on there is a little hole here that I can put this here, so I can actually hang this when I'm taking a shower as well. I have explained in detail what this has in another video. You can find it over there. So take a look at this, but it's like some stuff, some pills, allergy pills. I'm allergic to moisture, especially in Galicia. Could be a bit too moisture for me. I have air props, I have a little knife and stuff that you can bring in the plane, like a knife for cutting your finger nails and stuff. I have a lock, I have a massage ball that is super important for sore feet after a long walk. I have, I even seen in Nijmegen, there is a CPR mask here because I saw somebody fell down on a heat wave and need to get an ambulance, and I was stuck with this guy like at least 20 minutes. Super scary, and it surely can happen on El Camino de Santiago as well. I know how to do CPR now, but it's kind of packing my fear that it could happen to somebody else or even myself. But I'm pretty happy that I'm bringing this around because it's organized. I know what I have here and stuff. This is for hanging when I'm finished with my clothing. I can actually hang this and my partner's stuff on a drying line here, so I have that as well. A hook for hanging on the showers, so it doesn't need to be on the shower. Yeah. Okay, so I have a lightweight sports cap. Pretty happy with it. I also have a washing bag, just to put a bit of soap here and warm water and wash my stuff. Pretty simple. I really don't want to pay for washing my clothing. I could do it a warm wash anyway. So I used it on a cross knowing and working pretty well. All of my clothing is going to be stuffs inside the custom Dyneema bag here. So I put all of my stuff there. there and put it inside the bag, and this is also waterproof if in case the bag gets a hole or something. My reserve camera is going to be spotted on that Dyneema stuff because last time didn't have something waterproof to protect it. Okay, my electronics. Yeah, this is a little drying towel, and basically it's olive, but I'm borrowing it for albergues or just to dry some sweat or my feet or whatever. I also have some gaiters for the shoes, so stones doesn't get inside the shoes. When I'm walking with the poles, and sometimes get some blisters here, so I will have some gloves to protect me from that, or even get a sunburn. They are bicycle gloves. I have a little corona mask just in case I need it on the plane. This is the main prevention for blister and chafing. I put this stuff, this is the squirrel nut butter, anti-chafe and blister salt. I roll all of my feet and areas that can get blister or hurt with this stuff, and it will prevent me for getting blisters. It surely worked on across Norway and the training, but even though I've used this one, but I can't find it anymore because this is depleted. So it was super good. Sunglasses. I bought this here on the airport because I have a tendency to forget my glasses, so when I just hang them instead, it reduces the chance of getting either away or yeah. Alright, so this is my wallet where I'm gonna keep my credit card. It's gonna to be inside my fanny pack, and in there it's going to also be a locator, so if things get away I can locate it back, and the same thing is going to be on my backpack. So basically I'm carrying two locators, one for my travel luggage and one for my wallet as well, just in case. I think that happens sometimes, so I just want to keep secure. Alright, so I'm gonna bring this because I want to relax sometimes. Just take a break from the sun, sit down, maybe away in nature, and just have maybe a bit of whiskey with my name printed Viking helmet. Just to have a nice time, you know, not necessary at all, and I really don't recommend bringing alcohol on El Camino de Santiago for long distance hike anywhere or Nijmegen, but people just do that and they have a good time. That's what creates memories sometimes as well. Yeah. Surely not a necessary thing. This is super lightweight though. I'm actually going to bring a stove, and this is a Toke stove packed in a HillTop packs modded cozy with a titanium stove from Lars Monsen, where yeah, I will use that alcohol on there to boil some water, and that brings me to another sponsor of us, that it is the plain coffee. Imagine getting sponsored by coffee. Plain coffee, designed by pilots, and this is a tea bag, that gives a very tasty coffee. And I actually tried this of a friend, and I thought, wow, that was a pretty good instant coffee. And I think, and it is a local brand as well, at least Norwegian producers, or the coffee gets produced elsewhere. But there are pilots in Norway, I think, that's got to start this stuff here, and it gives a full cup of coffee. And I know in albergues and restaurants in Spain you can get pretty good coffee, but there might be some days where you wake up early in the morning and you go walk for 2 hours straight without having any breakfast. This is what's going to help us, me and Lalo, and just relax, doing things our own way. So I'm pretty happy that Plain Coffee is I actually bought this pack, so I hope, and I'm trying to use this on my trainings soon, so I hope they send me another pack with the new blend that he was supposed me to send. And it's a consultable bag as well, so it's good to actually throw away, not on nature, but on the trash. Okay, so this is a shower cap for my big camera that will be taking, that I probably need to sometimes be carrying, and if it rains too much, I'm gonna just put a shower cap over it so it doesn't get too heavy rain and get destroyed by that rain. Reflex for those mornings where it's too dark and we are hiking along a road or something. We're gonna need to be seen, because I know there are people that drive super fast in Galicia, so at least we can get seen by them who drive. My last sponsor is NorTent. This is a tarp, surely not needed for Camino de Santiago. This is a Helleren Extreme. Everyone who's been following me for a while know that I'm a NorTent ambassador. 300 grams, super lightweight tarp. I have a couple of pegs here as well. I have set it up recently on one of my videos, and I will bring it to Spain because I want to take those breaks to just stretch, fly the drone, take a cup of coffee, like I said, and then just wanted to relax in the moment and not stress from albergue to albergue. So that's gonna come with me. This is for hanging outside the mesh on the backpack to dry stuff if they are not dried by the time we are going to leave out of the albergues. A little shampoo. We need to shampoo and wash a lot on albergues. That's one of the rules you have. So Head and Shoulders doesn't need to be something fancy or organic and stuff, because you are showering in a shower anyway, so that will do good enough. Alright, so I'm coming to the end here. I have a waistband, so I got from my parents because they went to Galicia recently. And I have a sheet kit. You know, after a cup of coffee, you never know. So you might go out in the woods, and therefore I have a green bag to pick your stuff, or something to dig a cat hole, some wet wipes if the bar albergue doesn't have toilet paper, then I have it here for sure. Sheet kit. Okay, that's it, and I think what's left is the electronics. This is my 360 camera to give me some pretty cool other kind of views. That's why I bring in the long tripod. Areas where it's not allowed to use the drone, I'm going to use this because it gives almost the same feeling. This is our batteries for both the drone and camera. It has a dual wall here, so I can see which battery is depleted. Like this one need to be charged and the other one's not. The lens I've been going to use on that camera that is filming there is going to be 25 milliliter with a ND filter from Globe, because it gives more cinematic feeling. And I want to bring the DSLR camera because it gives such a great cinematic feeling, so I hope to use more than I did on across Norway due to the weather. So it's pretty good. So what you can see there is my G9 with a dual mic on top just to capture the atmosphere. That's my main camera. And this camera here is the Osmo Pocket 2 with a tripod to get that feeling of another point of view. So my main cameras are those, and then I have the drone and the 360 camera. My adapter, the Fusion Core 5000, is actually a power bank with fast charge and USB-B there. So this is actually a 5000 milliampere. And then I have a travel adapter, I think it's called the Travel Ready. So you can put one there, and you can also put one on top. So you can share the socket of power. Pretty cool. This is my headlamp for either the albergues at night, and then I'm not going to use this strong light. I will press it twice and then I get a small light. And this is great because you can put it on your hat, and then you can walk at night if it is needed. Pretty cool lamp, and it glows actually in the dark. Charges with micro. The battery is not super good though, but in Spain I think it will do fine. These are some brush for cleaning the length, extra propeller for the drones if I do crash to a 3 or whatever it could be. I also have 10,000 milliampere, the night core, so together I have 15,000 here. Lightweight, pretty good. A dual charger for my camera. Some cables for charging my watch and everything. And some happy plugs for listening to a podcast, some music while I'm hiking. Those are the tips for my walking poles. And this is for the 360 camera, some kind of a bullet 360 effect that I haven't used it yet, that I hope to use this time. And Dyneema bag to stuff it up with. So that's it, guys. I know it's a lot. Like I said, I think it's around 10 kilos, and that's good for me for my El Camino de Santiago, and to try to document it all. I think you recommended this 10 kilos, 10% of your body weight. I have 2 kilos more, but I think it will be good for my El Camino. You can find some more information below on the descriptions, and I hope this video inspired you and had help of you some time. So it's time for me to say to you, buen camino.